Hey, pre-notification gang. Nah, I'm not gonna try the Grimace Shake. There's the resub air. And Sullen and Wi-Fi. And Creel. Red Dead Redemption remaster rumors. I saw that. I didn't really look into it though. I know that's coming eventually, no doubt. Thanks to resub Kara and the Prime Pet. No. We'll do more only up tomorrow, not tonight. Thanks to resub Rojo. We'll do a lot of runs tomorrow. Ugh. Thanks to resub Sasuke, Jin, Samperino, Gloves, and Vantai. You see Frostpunk 2 trailer. No, I don't know what Frostpunk is. Thanks for resub Oliver. Thanks to Prime Crone and the resub Turtles and Prime Duke. And the 10 gift subs Ethereal. Thank you, Ethereal. And the bits Fern. And thanks to Tier 1 Dragon, Prime, Shadow, and the resub Carrot, Google, Blubber, Chris, Dopamine, Midori, Duffy, Templar, and the Jesus Christ 25 gift subs Ethereal, Tier 1 Get It, and the 5 gift subs Google. Thank you for that, Jesus. Really appreciate the fat drop, Ethereal. Thanks for the generosity. Hope your week's going well. That's old. He got a 1922 today. Oh, yeah, no, I know. This is literally from yesterday. He hasn't posted the new one, though, but yeah, I know this one's old. These are some cream. I did not see that one, Buns. Nope, haven't finished Final Fantasy 16 yet, but I'm getting close. I'll have finished it by this weekend, so the moist meter is going to be late, but I am still going to make one. This will be like the latest moist meter I ever make. There's the resub Starlight, Rockstar, and Shiny. Gotcha, Arrow. I played Trepang, the demo, Trepang 2. Yeah, I'm gonna play Cyberpunk DLC when it comes out. Yeah, we'll do more only up speed runs tomorrow. Just not tonight. Thanks to Prime. Nut, the resub Nazrael, Trooper, and Murphy. And unavailable. I have no idea, unavailable. I don't know what arcs you can skip. There's a new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer. No, I didn't see it. Man, it is still always so mind-boggling seeing these views. How big Five Nights at Freddy's is. That's always just so wild to me. Thanks to Resub, Dreamer, and Keegan. I'm 100% sure this isn't real, but this headline's crazy anyway. Did you see the 3-year-old boy who was arrested for failing to potty train himself? That's such a wild headline. I know that's not at all possibly true, but fuck, that headline goes hard. Thanks to the resub, Cheerio and Goofy. It's real. I highly doubt it. I'll look it up, but that headline's nuts. Florida officers investigated for jailing child for potty trouble. Okay, now that I see it's Florida, I do believe this is probably real. Child handcuffed and locked up by police lieutenant for pooping his pants. Well, I mean, that is a capital offense. A 3.5-year-old child having difficulty getting potty trained was brought to Daytona Beach Shores Public Safety Department on successive days last October and placed in jail. Holy shit. On a second occasion in October, the child was also handcuffed. Oh my god. The boy promised to never again poop his pants. No, that kid's gonna be afraid of shitting for the rest of his life. Got thrown in the slammer for it? Good lord. There's no way this is real. This can't be real. But there was a source from the USA Today, and this is the Daytona Beach Journal. Like, this has to be like an authentic place. There's the resub flan, fettuccine, spaghetti, zoo, Mason, Booger, and the gift sub travel and tier 1 travel. Thanks for the 10 gift subs, exquisite. Thank you for that. And the bits grump in the prime reel. So it looks like they can't release any of like the real evidence yet. They said the document or the records are sealed by a judge. So at least they're being investigated. They did say that there's body cam footage of them arresting the 3-year-old though up here, didn't they? Yeah. Lieutenant Michael Schoenbrod told the Department of Children and Families caseworker body cam footage from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office shows. Holy shit. I can't believe this is real. What the fuck? Well, that's one way to ensure that kid's never properly potty trained. He's got a lawyer up now at 3 years old for a case of poopy britches. Thanks to resub Wolfen, Swain, Ace, and Brandon. The bits Becky and Thrax. However, that doesn't make what the petitioner is doing legally correct. In my view, this is an abuse of the provision of that rule because guy knows the clerk will treat it as confidential until such a time the hearing is heard. Interesting. Okay. So is this a different child? So he's jailed a 3-year-old for shitted britches, and then says he put a 4-year-old in jail as well. Well, this guy is claiming that he also put the 4-year-old in there. How does he find so many kids that are pooping their pants? Approximately 9 years earlier, he said he disciplined his 4-year-old son similarly after misbehaving at preschool. Holy shit. Schoenbrod said he asked the boy whether he had hit a girl, and the boy said yes. So Schoenbrod then told the boy he puts people in jail when they hit other people. I took him to the jail and he sat there, and I watched him, and he was crying and everything. And to this day, if you mention like that incident, he's just like, I would never do that again. It was effective, Schoenbrod said. So that's why I did it with this. He didn't hit anybody, but I figured the same thing. Discipline. And he didn't want to go back, so. Over having an accident. What in the world? The no poop policy. Guess so. Jesus. He's the prime graph in the resub Mailman, Jackson, Ferna, Keo, and Tuxedo, and Javni. Well, I doubted this was real. I was very much wrong. Pretty cool statement. This whole matter just does not pass the basic smell test. Good one, Groot. Oh wow, wait, their name's actually Groot? Nice. Thanks to resub Teeny and Nimbus. So it's like Scared Straight, but for toddlers. No, with Scared Straight, the most they can do is yell, right? It seems like this guy legitimately took them to jail and put them in, at least as I understand it, actually put them in the chambers to teach them a lesson. So I guess Scared Straight, but like actually going to jail. Whoops. Scared shitless. True. My god. Well, what a fucking hero. He's a resub Evan in tier 1 Switch. Glad there's still some good cops in Florida. Yeah, luckily we've still got some saints among us down here, I guess. You see the new 1934 speedrun for Only Up? No, I know Distortion just got a better one though. It's just not on YouTube yet. Thanks to the Bits universe. Did you hear Fall Out Boy's new cover of We Didn't Start the Fire? No, I saw some people clowning on him for it on Twitter though, right before hopping on stream. Is it bad? Obviously can't listen to it on stream, but is it like shitty? Okay, pretty much everyone's saying it's bad. Oh, holy shit, are you serious, Dankin? Thanks, Arisa, Biz, and Joe. I'd probably give it a little higher, AJ. Thanks, Arisa Toto, but I love the first season too. Thanks, Arisa Strider. Jesus. These beloved artists releasing bad new songs lately. I think that's just how it goes. Like artists like God, who just released an absolute stinker? Was it Blink 182? I think it was Blink 182. Hold on, let me double check. I'm almost positive it was. Yeah, edging. I think once you've just been around for a long time, you just stop being cool. Like now you're just old and lame, and probably just shouldn't be making that kind of music anymore. Zarisa Buschetti in the Prime Xanax. That song's fire though. If having bad taste was a crime, you'd be in some trouble. There's a bit care in the resub Rhonda. I'll just look up the lyrics, care. There's a resub Meso. You said Cruel World and Echo. Blink 182 bad. Their new song is. That's what we're talking about. Talking about beloved artists coming back to make like an absolute fucking stinker. Thanks, you said Troy and Travi. And the Bits, Drago, and the Resub Carnage. I haven't heard a Santana song in a long time. He's a tier 1 cozy. Oh, I forgot Avenged Sevenfold has a new album. I haven't listened to it yet. What's wrong with the song? It's just bad. I don't know what to tell you. And they're just way too old to be singing about the things they are. Like here, even without playing the song, just look at the first couple of lyrics. I ain't that cool little fucked in the head. They'll be hanging me quick when I'm back from the dead. Get the rope, I'm a punk. Really, these are like super millionaires. Like absurdly wealthy millionaires. And they're old as shit. Like they are just out of touch. Thanks the bits Damon and Jabor. The resub Elevator and Tyler. Eventually, probably Damon, yeah. Thanks resub Deku. Nothing wrong with liking Blink 182. Their classic songs are still great. I'm just talking about this song. And it was in reference to the other, I already forgot, was it Fall Out Boy? Apparently their new song's terrible. The cover for We Didn't Start the Fire. Thanks a bit Frosty and the resub Josh. We talked about that when it happened, Frosty. We had like a whole segment on stream about that. That shit was so ridiculous. Thanks a bit Austin. That whole thing was fucking awful. Don't know what the thought process was from him. Things a bit silent. Camera keeps freezing? No, that's me stopping to look at the chat. There says unlikable. No, it actually is freezing? What do you mean? Oh, you're right. It just did it. What is going on? What the fuck is happening? I don't understand. No. Just the camera keeps freezing for some reason. I don't get it. Things are prime creamy. Hold on. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Thanks to the prime stack. There's some Parker, Butt, Dwight, Cross, and the prime creamy and Pig. And there's some Goo Goo. There's some Spoon, Crunchy, and Prime Fancy. Should try regular OBS and see if it fixes it. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next time. I think it'll fix itself. Well, no, it just froze again. I don't understand. It keeps doing it like with Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, I thought it was just something with the capture card, but maybe not. Because now it's happening even with that. Well, hold on. I still have the capture card plugged in. Try unplugging that and see if that changes anything. Yep. Thanks to give sub Mars. I already made a whole video about the Colleen Ballinger apology. Definitely an OBS issue. Does it say you're getting dropped frames at all? No. Oh, wait. Yes. It does say that. Alright, well, I'll have to figure it out. I don't really know what to do about it. It must be a Streamlabs issue. It's gotta be then. See if it's just intermittent. It is just intermittent, but it's definitely a Streamlabs problem. I think that pretty much confirms that. Just need to work on fixing it now. He's a prime. Man. You see a bunch of scientists are saying there's something big in physics to be announced tomorrow. Hopefully it's faster than light travel. That'd be huge. Or confirmation of aliens visiting us. I'll take one or the other. He's a tier 1 universe.
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes.
Love to see a Hunger Games co-star doing well.
Anything.
This place
That's
was
PETA.
huge in the 80s with the kids.
We work together.
They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
Give me your hand.
Yep, this is real.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's. Where
No, Jennifer Lawrence is also doing well. She's in No Hard Feelings. Both my Hunger Games co-stars got big movies out. And wait till you see me in the next Marvel film, so,
Can I,
you know, we're all doing great.
Officer?
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Them.
God, this is so silly. I love it.
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddy's top to bottom.
Hello?
They never found them. That's why the place shut down.
There are
It's
ghost
freezing
children
so
possessing
much.
giant robots.
Like, right
Thanks for
now it
looking it
is? Even right now? But never the audio, huh? The audio is always smooth, it's just the video. He's a tier 1 Dirty Dan, the Prime Screaming, the Resub Ghost Kid, and Haze. Yep, that's definitely an OBS thing. And I don't know what to do to fix it then. Let me try something real quick. I'm going caveman mode just real fast to see if it has any noticeable effect. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm trying some wacky shit. Okay. Let's see if that fixes anything. I doubt it. I don't see why it would, but we're going to try it. You sent a DM to maybe fix off stream. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll try that off stream. But let's see if this actual Neanderthal mode solution has any noticeable effect. I don't think it will. I'll tell you right now. I'm not expecting much. But what's the harm in checking? Okay. It keeps freezing. It literally just froze. As I was doing that, it happened still. Okay, let me try one more thing then. Let me try one more thing then. I got one more stupid idea here, if you don't mind. Let me try a little something crazy. So this is interesting. I think I hold on, I'm going to take a picture of this real quick. I think I've identified probably one component. Let me send this to Matt real quick. It's not CPU usage. I actually double checked that. My CPU usage is very low. That's what I went to double check. But it seems like for some reason my Streamlabs has 17 instances of itself opening itself, as well as 2 crash pages for some reason, even though I made a very clean open and start stream. So if I had to take a guess, that's probably it. But I don't know why that happened. I don't understand why this keeps happening. Is it... Wait, what do you mean it's completely frozen now? How is it getting worse? That wouldn't make any sense. You keep sitting still so people think it's frozen? Oh yeah, I get that a lot. When I'm like reading chat, I'm like, is like actually fucking petrified reading. I definitely think this is the problem though. Streamlabs has literally 17 instances of itself opened for some reason. So it's 100% a Streamlabs problem. No doubt in my mind. Is there anything I can do without starting stream to try and nurse it along here, I wonder? Probably not. I'm gonna... If this crashes the stream, you'll know why. But let me try something real quick. New world record by Distortion. Nice. I'll have to check that out later. That doesn't seem to have changed anything. Thanks for resub Dev and Spider and Drago. Distortion just got a 1904. Nice. what to do to fix it. Maybe the software updated and it's out of date. Nah. That wouldn't be the case. Opened it right before stream for the first time, so it would have updated then. Man, I really don't know what all could be causing it. Okay, well, I tried everything I can do while live. I think all the other solutions are going to need to be off stream, because that's not getting anything done. Yeah, I know. I just heard Distortion got the record. Damn, that's so unlucky. Thanks for resub, Sam. At least we figured out what the actual issue is. True. Now just hopefully we can get it fixed.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Papi! Tell me how to stop them.
It's too late.
Papi, go!
This looks like it'll be fun bad. Cool.
Where to? Why do I always get the weirdos?
I think that'll be fun bad. It's gonna make like $1 trillion. True. Very true. Yeah, we knew Corey was gonna be in it. They announced that before the film came out. It is cool to see him in the trailer, though. That was cool. Thanks for your sub, Greaseman, the Prime Jakey. They look CGI. Well, they probably are. I don't think they're going to use any real practical effects. It's too expensive. Half CGI. They're not CGI. No, this... Okay, if they're using some practical effects, then they're just using CGI to enhance it then. Because it's not all practical, 100%. That's legitimately not a practical effect at all. That's not a real animatronic. You can tell by, like, the way it emotes in the eyes. Animatronic is not that fine-tuned. But I guess it's cool if they do use some real animatronics. Thanks to 10 gift subs, Ollie. Appreciate that. There's some Twin and Blazin and the Bits Mint. They're all real. I highly doubt that. I very, very, very much doubt they're not using any CGI at all. Like, shit, I'm pretty sure even this background here is green screened. But here, I'll look it up. I'm curious. Here's a tweet from Five Nights at Freddy's movie update. From Five Nights at Freddy's movie update. These are both the voices of the animatronics as well as motion capture actors, so expect some CGI work! Exclamation point. The only thing that says that there's no CGI is a few Reddit posts. This isn't going to be all practical effects. There's a 0% chance of that. But I guess it is cool if they use some animatronics and then just CGI enhance it. That's cool. Let's see. I don't see anything about them using real animatronics out anywhere, actually. Where can I find it? Oh, it's going to Peacock. Cool. 2 things on Peacock. Nice. Daco's YouTube video about being on set. Does he show them? Is this whole channel dedicated to just Five Nights at Freddy's? Holy shit. Oh, here we go.
Hello, everybody! I'm back from New Orleans. Back from seeing the awesome to the animatronics, Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and of course, Freddy. Guys, I'm not just saying this. The animatronics looked absolutely amazing. I'm not just saying that. I tell you,
No, it doesn't have anything in it, which makes sense. I guess they don't want to show anything behind the scenes yet since the film's not out. Thanks, resub Nova and Kurt. Yeah, I know Distortion just got the new world record. So on Twitter they posted the animatronic BTS. I don't know where you saw that. That's not coming up for me anywhere. There's this, but this seems fake.
In 5, it was an present the wife, and the
Because
high
it-
tense.
Yeah, because it is. Oh, here's no, can't open that because it's Game Rant, so I can't open it. Jim Henson apparently worked on him. Oh, no pictures. And the resub RA and sad. Not the actual Jim Henson, he's dead, it's his company. Is Jim Henson dead? What? Oh wait, actually I think I knew that. I think we've already done this before. He died in 1990. Yeah, I think we've already gone over this before. He's a resub Matt Way. Is it rated R? Are you fucking stupid? Of course it's not rated R. The main audience for Five Nights at Freddy's is 9-year-olds. Making this rated R would be the stupidest decision they could ever make. I'd like to see some of those pictures though. Have you seen how bad Indiana Jones is shaping up to be? Yeah, I gotta see that tomorrow, though. I'm cautiously optimistic it'll be fun shitty. Am I in the movie? What, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? No. If you can believe that. Mads Mikkelsen is cursed. Poor guy can't get in a good movie by accident anymore. He's got like 10 years of, well, not 10 years, less than that. He's got like 5 years worth of dog shit under his belt, which is rough. He's such a good actor. Hold on, let me pull up his IMDb. Has he had anything remotely decent in the last like 5 years? Yeah, let's take a peek. Indiana Jones, not doing well. Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore, one of the worst fucking movies to come out in 2022. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in the cinema. Not like objectively one of the worst movies, but the most boring, pointless film that I, for the first time in a long time, considered walking out of. Don't know Return of the Goat. Chaos Walking, I heard, was terrible. I saw a little of it because Tiana watched it. It looked terrible. Don't know this. Don't know this. Death Stranding was fine. Polar was horrible unless you just like titties. That's literally all it's good for, I guess, is just softcore porn. Don't know this. Don't know this. I didn't like Rogue One, but I know a lot of people did. And Doctor Strange was fun. So it's been 7 years since his last good movie. Even if you like Rogue One, it's still been 7 years since his last good movie. Arctic was good. I've never even heard of Arctic. Hannibal's incredible. Yeah, I know Hannibal's good. But still, 7 years since his last good movie. Hannibal was before these. The Resub Llama and Huntrey. And the Resub Kraken. Have you heard about the whole Tyler 1 situation? Yeah, I read that on Twitter. That's just very sad. Wishing them the best. No, I haven't tried out the new AEW game. You just look it up. It's not something I want to talk about on stream at all. It's just a very sad situation. Yeah, I'll try Pikmin 4. I used that guy's course and had sex with 3 girls. Whose course? That sounds like very powerful knowledge. What are you talking about? Who bestowed upon you the gift? Exhibits Phi. Is a resub nature. Look at the physics announcement. What do I even type in to look for the physics announcements? I'll just type in physics announcement. Wow, that actually pulled it up. 2 major announcements about the universe are happening this week. Oh, here. Astronomers announce... Oops. Astronomers announce major... Jesus. In a major discovery, scientists say space-time churns like a choppy sea. The mind-bending findings suggest that everything around us is constantly being roiled by low-frequency gravitational waves. Space-time waves. God, that's kind of cool. Jesus Christ. What we measure is the Earth kind of moving. What we measure is the Earth kind of moving in the sea. It's bobbing around. It's not just bobbing up and down. It's bobbing in all directions. Michael Lamb, an astrophysicist at SETI. Team large. What? I thought I saw something else right before going down. That's cool. Easy resub retro in Stovall. So basically we'll be able to see massive things like black holes. I guess. In a certain way. The big thing is finally recognizing that space isn't like some static empty place. It's constantly being, I guess, pushed and pulled. So they compare it to a choppy sea. So space-time gets like warped and shit from gravitational waves, which is wild. That is absolutely wild. Thanks, resub Henry. That's such a mind-bending thought. So space-time can be manipulated in theory. I guess. Like, it's not static. I don't know if you can necessarily manipulate it, though. Space is such a fucking incomprehensible thing. Space-time's always changing whenever you move faster. It's Einstein's theory of relativity. Yeah, that's what they talked about up here. Absolutely nuts how, like, actually superhuman Albert Einstein was. How long's he been dead? When did he die? 1955. And still, everything we learn today confirms everything he theorized and proposed back then. In the early 1900s. Fucking nuts. Thanks to Prime Advice, Kalman, and Max Jr. and Resub Hammy. These sentences are also so goddamn romantic. The swirling dance disturbs the fabric of space-time sufficiently to generate very low-frequency gravitational waves that travel across the universe at the speed of light. Over time, energy leaks from the dance party, as it were, and the supermassive black holes ease closer together, their orbital periods shortening to just a few decades. At that point, the wavelengths begin to reach the frequencies detectable by nanograv. Yeah, the cosmic waltz, baby. Thanks to Prime Snipes and resub Manny and Sorry. Did you know Albert Einstein never wore socks? Maybe that's the key. Maybe that's what separates us from him. Thanks to resub Vol. Yeah, he came up with relativity on the train to his day job. Is that true? I don't know. I've never heard that. Fucking wild. That's cool. I wonder if this discovery is going to fundamentally change anything about our technology in any way. Or if it just broadens our understanding of the universe around us. This seems way too large scale for it to have any bearing on our tech here. This seems way too deep for us. Thanks to the resub Nacho, Hog, and the Prime Toaster. Worshipping your video games, Pastor Masia. I'm such a sucker for that shit. Have I seen this before? I love the like anti-video game pastors. Oh yeah, wait, this is so old. This is ancient. It's 5 years old. This got big on Reddit. I remember this. Oh yeah, I've seen like every anti-video game church sermon. I watched an entire documentary on, I think it was Pokemon being instruments of the devil, because that was a really big talking point for a little while. Thanks, Resub Blorfy. Oh, nice, Blorfy. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know anything about the guy who's playing the new Superman. Hope he does well. And I've seen everything from him, HMG. Thanks to the bits, Orange, Aron, and Prime Sleuth. It's Pastor Majaya. Is this not the right one? Oh, this is new. Full sermon, Gamers 1/8/2023. Fuck. All right, I just let me just hear the core argument.
And this is how I know that this is an idol, is because I guarantee you there's a lot of offended people in the church right now. Okay, or even
brother, there's 7 people in the church right now. I'm sure they're probably not that offended. It's not a huge service today. You could probably just talk to them one-on-one.
People online. I remember a couple years ago, I came out with a clip about Minecraft, and I said, "Is Minecraft sinful?" And I was explaining how, you know, basically the same stuff I explain now. And man, people were so upset.
Were they?
How can Minecraft be sinful? It's literally this. This guy's, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, he's saying sinful. It's so quiet, I can't fucking hear him. I thought he said simple. I was like, yeah, I mean, Minecraft's pretty simple. You just build some shit. Who would really get upset about that? I can't hear shit. Start worshiping your audio equipment. My God. Pardon, excuse me. Just improve the audio quality, please. Jump in Jehoshaphat.
See, they're super upset because I attacked their little golden calf. Right? It can become an idol. Yeah, you don't worship a false god. You may not worship Allah. You may not worship Buddha. You may not worship the God of the Mormons. You may not worship the God of the Catholics. You may not worship some pagan god. Hold on a second. What about this thing right here, though? When I start talking about this,
What is that? A Super Nintendo? What are you hitting there? That's actually a fucking Super Nintendo. Who's worshiping that? You stuck in a time vortex? That's an Xbox S? Is it?
does it rub you the wrong way? Does it bother you?
It's your
not
money
like
if you
when
want to
I
waste
get
it.
like that, when I'm just beating it, huh? Does
You're not
that
hurting my
bother you
feelings.
Just a little bit when I say you need to grow up? Does it bother you a little bit when I say put away the video games from among you? Does it bother you when I say put that trash away? It belongs in the garbage. You're a man of God. You ought to grow in grace and the knowledge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Don't waste your time playing video games. Redeem the time because the days are evil. Does that...
What? Wait, it's not even an argument against video games anymore. It's just, why do anything that's not immediately like praising the Lord, because you're wasting your time if you're not. You can make that argument for going out to dinner. Why don't you just eat at home, save yourself the time for more one-on-one moments with the Lord? At least make arguments against video games themselves. This is literally just a time cost thing. Like, you're wasting too much time on games when you could be giving that time to the good book. And our service, of course. Please make sure to put a little bit over here. I'm working on my new car.
Bother you? How about parents? Does that bother you? Don't talk to my kids like that. You brought them to church. I told you this morning I was going to preach on this. Does that bother you? You know what it's become?
Not really.
It's become a golden calf.
Not really. It's just it's a fucking video game, brother.
I'm saying about that. I'm still going to do it. You know why? Because it's just an idol. Exodus 32 verse 19.
What does this have to do with games?
As soon as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot. And he cast the tables out of his hands and brake them beneath the mount. And he took the calf which they had made and burned it in the fire and ground it to powder and strawed it upon the water and made the children of Israel drink of it. Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them, the Bible says.
What does this have to do with games? Oh my god, he's got the baseball bat out now. Oh my lord. Which one of you's been playing games? I can sniff the gamer on you. Step up. Or I'm just gonna start swinging. God damn it.
Things taking the place of you living the righteous. It's taking the place of you improving your marriage.
What the fuck is he doing with the
Someone
bat?
stands in the way of my and trash that.
Oh, I see. Oh god, oh my.
And trash
I missed the gamer rage.
them, the Bible says. You know what? You know what you young people need to do? You need to take your Xbox.
That's awesome. Sign me up. I want to go to one of these services. This is hype.
And trash that idol. Because you know what? That thing's taking the place of you reading the Bible. That thing's taking the place of your prayer life. That thing's taking the place of you living the righteous. It's taking the place of you improving your marriage.
Ooh, yeah. Yes, it
Someone
is.
stands in the way of my marriage and my child rearing. That's what they deserve.
What? Wouldn't you choose what stands in the way of your marriage and raising your child? I just beat the shit out of anything. God damn it. I feel like I didn't raise my son right. I just beat the fuck out of literally anything I see. You're in complete control, man. Just have some, like, self-discipline, right? Do you have a TV in your house? It's like the same thing. He's a tier 1 dripping. The resub rock and humps. This has nothing to do with games at all. This is, like, legitimately clickbait. He's making no arguments against games. It's literally just an argument against like anything that takes time away from God, and he chose games. Could have been phone, could have been knitting, could have been drawing, could have been reading. It's worthless.
It's an idol. Oh, that's too much. Well, you know what? It's not too much for God. Didn't think this is too much. God didn't think, oh man, Moses just exaggerated. He shouldn't have done that. You know, he should have just gone about it a different way. He should have, just melted it and made it back to jewels or whatever and rings. I hate video games because it creates apathy in the church.
Huh?
It makes people not pay attention to the preaching of God's word.
How?
It makes young people apathetic towards the truth of God's word.
How?
It makes people bored with church.
Make church more fun. What do you mean? That has nothing to do with video games. Just make the service more entertaining at that point. What are you talking about? Because people have fun at home, it makes church boring in comparison? That's a fault of yours. Make church pop off. Have like fucking pyrotechnics displays going crazy. Get like Dancing Lobster. I don't make church a fun place to go.
Even though the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. It's an idol. And you know what the Bible says we should do with idols? Smash them.
All right. This was cool. That was interesting. Not interesting is definitely not the right word. But I'd love to hear his takes on like legitimately every hobby ever, because that does take away time from your prayer life. I wonder if he does that for actually everything, ever. Thanks to the Bits Universe and the Prime Solemn. There's some Danzo and Iapax. The Prime General. He preaches hard against anime. Oh god, wait. He's anti-anime? What? Is nothing sacred? Oh, was that on the screen? I didn't even look at it. Pastor Bruce Majaya preaches hard against anime. Oh boy. Now you gone too far. I can handle you beating the devil out of an Xbox Series X, but you target anime. Uh-oh. That's a straw that breaks the camel's back.
And look, young people, if you don't want people to despise your youth, you need to grow up. You know, there should be an aspiration, a desire within you to say, man, I need to get my stuff together because I want to get married one day. I want to move out, live with my wife, have children, have a successful family.
Cool.
Lead a family unit, be responsible. That's what I want for my life. But instead, what do you have? I want anime. I'm getting on anime right now, okay?
The fact that you even know what anime is shows me you're already a degenerate. What are you talking about, brother? You don't just like randomly come across anime. This is a dude that had an actual hentai addiction, no doubt in my mind. No shot. If he was like cartoons, then I'd be like, oh, okay, I see. But the fact that he's just like hard dropping anime, I know this man is like an actual super stan for some shit. No doubt. Video volume's maxed. They don't believe in good audio equipment at whatever place this is.
The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 13, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. Okay? Now, what is anime? It's Japanese animation.
There's one guy in the crowd like, what? Oh! Japanese what? Animation?
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah!
What else?
Oh, don't even pretend like you don't know.
Dragon Ball Z. Give me another one.
Pretending like you don't know what that is. This is cute. This is cute.
Full Metal Alchemist. That's like level 5 of like anime or something.
Out of how many levels?
Now look,
He's
guys,
finding the sinners.
this is nonsense. And look, I know how this
Who's
works.
saying amen? It's just
When
a.
it comes to anime, some people like it's an actual world to them. And I think even Moses told me, he's like, this is like a form of escapism for some people. They escape to that realm. You know? And sometimes you wonder, like, this guy, you know, he's a good guy, he's a good person, but there's a level of immaturity. Where does that come from? It comes from anime. Comes from anime. Why don't they want to get married?
Finally, we
Anime.
know. True.
Married to some stupid drawing.
Ridiculous. Fucking waifus.
One Japanese animated girl, you know, on the screen that they're in love with. It's fun,
Shit.
but it's ridiculous. Get yourself a real woman. Not some animated Japanese girl. Sailor Moon, or what is that?
Why? I don't know why he's playing dumb. I really don't. I want to go to his My Anime list right now. I know this man's leaving reviews on like the most obscure shit ever. You're gonna see this man posting on High School of the Dead, like not enough titty jiggling. 4 stars. I don't know why he's fucking pretending. You're not fooling anybody here, Bruce.
Nonsense, folks. Look, I remember being 7 years old, 6 years old. I'd watch Batman, okay?
Oh my
I
god.
watched Spider-Man. I watched Superman.
He's just like us.
Yeah, I watched X-Men.
Famous anime, all of them.
All right, man. This is you right here, man, all right? And I would watch these, but you know what? I remember, like, after a while, you turn it off.
Yeah, what?
Now I'm just like, I see my brother working, I see adults, I see men, and I'm like,
What?
I can't be like that.
Fucking obviously.
And I know I can't be that way if I'm watching cartoons, playing with toys. You know,
What is this
I
lesson?
want to get married one day, but you know what? We got to put away the anime if that's going to happen. You know why? Because no woman is going to respect a 25-year-old guy who still watches anime. Unless you hide it from her, then you guys get married, and now she's stuck. Like, dang, I didn't know this is part of your life.
Oh shit, you watch anime? I'm getting a divorce. What the fuck? Ew. Ew.
You know, immaturity, folks. You know, there might be some guys in here who secretly live in this world.
No, man, it's just people that just. It's no different than just watching any other TV show. Why not just extend this? I don't understand why he doesn't just broaden it. Like, this is just. What he's preaching is against literally any kind of hobby. Like, actually anything. Oh, you just get, like, lost in this world. You could say that for sports. Like, oh, you just. You know, all of these nerdy-ass sports statistics. Like, you're never going to the NBA, so please stop bringing up all of these goddamn Luka stats, right? Like, who cares? You're wasting your time. Now your wife's stuck with you because you were hiding this obsession. Like, just broaden the topic. It's not just anime you're talking about. It's literally anything that's a hobby. And I love how he's like, I used to watch Batman, but then I realized it ends. Like, yeah, no shit. It's called a runtime. It's not like you can just perpetually just like live watching TV forever. This doesn't make any sense. I don't know why he doesn't just like widen the scope. I guess maybe it's for the sake of. Well, it's not. I don't think it's like clickbait. I don't think that's his goal or anything. Because this is mainly supposed to be like private services for the church. I think. I don't know why. Because he could easily just broaden it.
Crashing down this morning. Because you should move on and grow up. Okay? Look, grow up. Be responsible. Grow up. Get a
Please tier 1
job.
cream cheese, resub, Crim,
Get a
Thrill House,
job!
Mighty,
You know, I'm
Elon,
thankful
Royal,
for that,
and Gift
though.
Sub Ethereal.
Because I became a responsible young man at a very young age. You know? And you know what? I wasn't thinking about anime. I wasn't thinking about Sailor Moon. I wasn't thinking about Pokemon.
Nobody is when they're getting a job.
Look, this is why you have these old guys in their 30s and 40s still playing Pokemon cards and going to the conventions and stuff.
Ugh.
Well, that's a form of making money, though. You know, I can make money doing that. Yeah, but here's the thing. You're a Christian.
What?
You are a Christian, okay? You can make money off of gambling too, right? You can make money off of selling drugs too.
What are you trying to teach? You can make money off gambling?
Okay? I don't get mad when people watch anime. You know, I'm just like disappointed. It's just disappointing is what it is. Because I feel like you've been given much, right?
What are you talking about?
Salvation. It's like God has chosen us to be like the elite, right? Giving you all this knowledge and wisdom and Bible and doctrine. You know how to preach the gospel. He's given you so much, and yet you're still choosing the rudiments of this world, the weak and beggarly elements of anime. And look, I know people in my personal life, they're literally in their 40s, 50s, still bumming money off of other people, not working.
And it's not because of anime, I'll tell you right now. You would be hard-pressed to find someone in their 40s and 50s that you know that's watching anime. So what is the lesson? What is the takeaway? If you just stop watching anime, you're not guaranteed a respectable job. I am so lost. It'd be very easy to turn this into some type of Christian lesson, but he's not. I don't understand what the point is. It seems like he watched an anime recently and maybe had a disagreeable take on it somewhere, got insulted, and he's like, you know what? This is the root of all evils. I've got to talk about this. Thanks to the resub wisdom, the Prime D man.
Live with mom.
Your marriage is trash.
They would still live
Anime.
with mom,
True.
And they had children out of wedlock, and they're just losers. That is a loser life, folks. We're like, well, I'm not doing that. Yeah, but your little anime habit is going to take you to that route.
What?
That's your end game there, buddy.
Okay.
Anime,
Shit, I gotta stop
anime,
then.
You want to just not let go of the childish things of this world. It's instilling with you a type of mentality and discipline that's going to affect you when you're 40.
Fuck, he's right.
That's why you see guys in their 40s and 50s
Shit.
still hanging out with the young guys.
Yeah, like you. You're 25 years old and you're hanging out with 40 and 50-year-olds. What are you talking about? You're self-reporting. You just said that. You just said that you know 40 and 50-year-olds like this. They're hanging out with you. You're the weirdo. Well, and them too. You're all weird together then. And it's not because of anime.
Because they're not hanging out with their wife. They're not hanging out with their children. They're not doing that which is significant in this world. Okay? But you know what? You're not going to be respected if people find out that you're like watching anime. If that's your life. Okay?
Yeah,
Because people
true.
get down on stuff like that.
If you make anything like that in your life, you're in for a rough time. Has nothing to do with your statement or your lesson here,
If you
though.
have a short fuse and you just can't control your temper and you just get mad at the drop of a hat when someone corrects you, you're a fool. You're a foolish person. You need to rule yourself. Okay?
Huh?
In fact, I would say this, you're just an emotional person.
Ooh.
It's far too much soy.
This took a crazy turn. What the fuck? We went from anime to soy? Let's go.
Okay. There. Prideful, zeal without knowledge, no discretion. Because this is just something that's common amongst young people. But here's the thing, you don't want to remain that way. The 50-year-old who's still into anime, that's the
Is
one
nobody.
I have, actually. I wasn't into anime, okay?
What are you talking?
50-year-old who's still into anime.
Who is-
50-year-old
who's
who is
50 into
still
anime?
Angry and wrathful. The 50-year-old who still doesn't have discretion. He never fixed it when he was young. He never fixed it in his 20s. He never fixed it.
Anime didn't exist in his 20s, Bruce. He's 50. There was no such thing as real anime back then. You had like maybe Akira. Maybe. That'd be like the tail end of his 20s.
In his teens. Okay? So what's the message today? The message is simply this. Grow up.
Fair enough. See, like if that was the message the whole time, it makes sense, right? Like if you, for example, if you make anime your whole identity and you become obsessed in it and that's all you really think about, yeah, you're in for a rough time. That extends to like actually everything ever. That was not his lesson at all. I don't understand what the fuck he was talking about. That was awesome. All right, I become a Bruce fan. That was cool. I've never seen Bruce before. This was really cool. Why did he use Sailor Moon out of all examples? I don't know. I think he was trying to think of like normie animes, so he didn't like make it too obvious. His biggest tell was a guy shouted Dragon Ball, and he's like, "Who said that?" Yeah, whatever that is. And then he says, Bruce himself says Dragon Ball Z. He never said the Z, Bruce. You knew what he was talking about, fucking hidden weeb. I think he must have went through like an obsessive weeb period otaku moment in his life, regrets it, and now he's using it as a talking point. Thanks the resub rodent. Hey, nice Jay. Yeah, a little church session. That was cool. Here's a Star Wars one. Is it just like actually everything ever that's popular? It seems like it kind of is. No, I don't know where you see the Star Wars one. Thanks to the resub turtle in Galloway. Thanks to the resub flame. No, I've seen everything from Hansen vs. Predator. I've seen every single Chris Hansen, like everything. Wait until he finds people that are power scaling Jesus versus Goku. True. You see the new CoffeeZilla series? Started it, haven't finished it yet. CoffeeZilla's so good. Oh. There's new stuff from Chris on True Blue. Oh, you're talking about Chase. The Chase Chris. Thanks a resub Mystic. What happened to your earrings? I just don't wear earrings very much anymore, so my ear hole's pretty much closed up. I have like superhuman regeneration, but just in my little earlobes. If I don't wear them like all the time, my ear holes close so quickly, it's really frustrating actually. Does it hurt to get it pierced? Well, yeah, of course. Doesn't feel good. Have you seen the South African pastor who farts in people's faces?
What?
Is this real? Let me see. This seems like a joke. That's so cool. Doesn't look like there's any video of it, but yeah. Looks like there is a pastor who farts on people's faces as part of the healing process. That's wow. What an interesting plan. Thanks for the resub, David. Thanks for the resub, Julie. Do you see the Miranda Sings ukulele apology? Yeah, I made a whole video on that. That's the new worst apology. No, we're doing more only up runs tomorrow. Wang made a short video on him. He is apparently so famous that he has a giant waiting line for his farts, and people even collect them in jars. That's amazing. That's amazing. That sounds cool, Jay. No, that's the first I heard of that. Is it Prime Candy? I think it's a resub pug. You seen the news on the Titan sub? Yeah, apparently they saw, or I don't know if they saw or recovered some of the wreckage, and apparently some human remains, according to this. Yeah, it looks like they actually did get some of the wreckage. Which I am shocked. What remains? Have you seen what happened to people, or what happens to people at that depth? Yeah, here. Oh, let me read it real quick. Also, it doesn't look like they show anything here, so this should be fine. It's just a picture of the wreckage. I'm assuming... Actually, I don't even know what the remains could be, because the pressure would, like, disintegrate everything, right? Like, it would actually just fucking disintegrate pretty much everything. Yeah, I don't know how. Bone parts, maybe? I guess, but I feel like all of that would be crushed, wouldn't it? Like, actually pulverized. Thanks for Reese Banana. The bit's noxious and lethargic. Didn't Mythbusters show what it'd be like under those pressures? Yeah, there's been a lot of things that kind of show. I don't know how they'd actually get human remains from it. It sounds crazy. Bones would be fine. It's the air in our body that gets compressed. Brother, it was an implosion. The bones wouldn't be fine, even if it wasn't just the pressure outright. The implosion of the shub, like collapsing in on itself, would legitimately pulverize everything. He's a tier 1 Cyclone. At least I would think. He's the resub Ray. Congrats on getting into med school. I remember Naughty Bear. I haven't played that in a long time. When you were making videos back in the day, did you ever see anyone steal your content and re-upload it? Or just re-upload it? We found a video titled Halo 3 Halloween Event Infection Ranked. We might be able to get it to play with a Flash emulator. I made a Halo 3 Halloween thing, but I don't think that was the name of it. Maybe it was. But yeah, there was a couple, Christian, but not many. That wasn't normal back then. Thank you, Jay. And thanks to the Bits Lego. Oh yeah, I saw this article a couple days ago. Oh, actually, it wasn't this article. But yeah, it basically turns it into like a hydraulic press. I don't know how they would have even found human remains. It's fucking crazy. Makes it gifts obnoxious. Did you see the conspiracy that the sun is getting closer and it's going to infiltrate the internet everywhere? The sun's getting closer and it's going to infiltrate the internet? How is it going to infiltrate the internet? What does that mean? It's gonna, like, I don't get it. Jacking into the cyberspace like Code Lyoko or something? What do you mean? Here's something from 9 planets going over it, I guess. We are not getting closer to the sun, but scientists have shown that the distance between the sun and the Earth is changing. It's not true. Well, of course not. That's why it's kind of resigned to a conspiracy theory. But I was curious what he meant by infiltrating the internet. Whew. Nice. Thanks, resub Cannoli and Amber. I am excited for CS2 coming out soon. Yeah, probably not, bless. Thanks, a gift sub man pack. Yeah, we just went over the big physics update, the gravitational waves and all that. That's really strange and interesting. You talking about the physics stuff? Yeah. Space is not static. It's a constant, choppy sea of gravitational waves. There's a resub mayo. These are the resub Sanji. Einstein would have loved anime. I think you're right. I think Einstein would have loved anime too. He was kind of a wacky guy. Didn't like socks. This is the Prime Corvette. Have you seen the Trump-Biden spaghetti party AI video? No, I see those all the time, though. I know exactly what that's going to look like, but I haven't seen that particular one. Is it Prime Tommen? Exit bits back. Whew. I feel like I saw that on Twitter, Mac. Perfect game in the MLB just now. Congrats. That's big. That's huge. Yeah, I saw AI generated SpongeBob. I've watched a little bit of it. It's cool. Did you see the Apex Pro player who got catfished by a girl he dated for a while? I saw that! Yeah. I didn't look into it too deeply. I just saw the first couple posts. It was his Watson, right? I'm almost positive. That was actually nuts to read. I'm pretty sure it was his Watson. I felt so bad reading that. Yeah. So it was apparently like a long distance 9-month relationship. And the girl he thought he was dating turned out to not exist. It was a huge catfish situation. That's rough. That shit is rough. How does that happen? Just not doing like a video chat to confirm that the person you're talking to is who they say they are. That is integral. That's like rule 1 shit. But I guess when you find someone, and this is a person that wasn't just like a random, like this was someone like that was apparently in the Apex community, like even outside of his Watson's community or whatever. So I guess just since everyone believed it, he believed it and didn't need to do a video call. But it turns out it was a fucking lie. He said he tried meeting and video calling, but the girl always had excuses. Oh. Yeah, it's a red flag. That is absolutely a telltale sign that they are not who they say they are. There's the resub Hassan and Loy. And the resub T-Bone. Yeah, you got Schmeckeldorfed on that one. So how did he find out? I don't remember, actually. He just said that it turns out that person he thought he was talking to just didn't even really exist. Thanks to Resub Razor. Oh, it was the Yankees I got the perfect game? Nice. That's huge. She was a mod in everything. No, you're mixing two different things up. I'm pretty sure the mod that you're talking about is a mod that he had banned or something for some reason related to it, but I don't know. Like I said, I didn't look into the whole thing. I just saw his initial tweet about it. He's a resub peak. Yeah, talking about his Watson getting catfished. He's a good sub there, Sam. What happened to Markiplier? I think he got double pink eye or something. Thanks a resub, Zima. Right, isn't this what pink eye looks like? Thanks a resub, Z. I already said that. I literally just said that. Ooh, Jesus. That'd be wild, Sleepy. Birthday face sitting. Yeah, that birthday face sitting will get you every time. Bro's a Naruto character. Yeah, maybe he'll get the Sharingan out of it, I guess. This happened to Matt on the set of 2019 Guy. When we were filming that, Danny sprayed like a little water in his eye, and we filmed it in a condemned building. So Danny, for some reason, thought it'd be okay to use the water from a condemned building. He sprayed Matt in the face, and then the next day Matt had to go to the hospital with double pink eye. Thanks the bits, Dubs. Resub Andre. Who goes to the hospital for pink eye? There's drops for that? I don't know, man. He said he couldn't open his eyes. He probably panicked. Oh, unless you're talking about Mark. I mean, in this case, too. Mark probably was in a lot of pain, couldn't open his eyes, panic, go to the hospital, get the drops. Or whatever you need for that. This might not be pink eye. I'm just assuming. I'm making an educated guess based on what happened to Matt. Like, it could not be pink eye. He really may be awakening the Sharingan. I have no fucking clue. I'm making an assumption. Did he not just get LASIK? Did he? I don't know. Isn't LASIK usually done out of an optometrist's office? They usually don't have, like, a hospital bed there, do they? Maybe, I mean, yeah, maybe it's LASIK. Why is his face half shaven? Huh. I don't know. Maybe this is all part of a marketing tactic for his upcoming movie. Interesting. Thanks the resub eyebrows. Maybe he got maced and punched in the face. Yeah, you know, maybe Mark really let the demon out. Maybe he got pepper sprayed trying to steal a woman's purse. And then he hurt it. Obviously, his eyes would be hurt, and then he fell and he busted his lip or something, man. I don't know. I think it's still double pink eye. But yeah, I guess it could be literally anything else, too. Thanks a resub phone. Things a bit saffron. Nah. What do you think about Ted Kaczynski dying? The Unabomber? What do you mean what I think about it? He was like 80-something years old. I'm surprised he wasn't already dead. Thanks, resub Maddie. They give sub Thursam. Wasn't he a super genius? He was, yeah. But then apparently he was like a subject of MK Ultra and then turned into the fucking Unabomber. Right. We looked this up on stream. Pretty sure he actually was in the MK Ultra. Yeah. Yeah, he was basically destroyed his ego. Well, they fucking destroyed everything about that guy. I still think, I could be wrong, but doesn't he have like one of the highest registered IQs like of all time or some crazy shit? I know he was like an actual super genius. He was like a fucking prodigy. And then MK Ultra happened and he became an absolute unhinged maniac. He's a resub gamer. Excited for the new Bleach season? Yeah, I am. Thanks, resub Mad Dog. Do you think some people are just too intelligent for their own benefit and it leads to mental problems? What? No, man. What? That's like some anime shit. Now, in the real world, people that are extremely intelligent, it usually doesn't cause them to be like some kind of crazy person. Like, again, Albert Einstein, we were just talking about him because of the new physics discoveries today. Isn't that common among philosophers? What? The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. That was deep. Yeah, but I don't think that drives people to becoming the Unabomber. At least not normally. Thanks to the bits, Nova. I have no doubt that highly intelligent people may often live like more sad lives is definitely not the right way of putting it. But being that smart probably leads to them having problems most people don't even consider. That I could see. But becoming the Unabomber just because he's so smart is not normal for extremely highly intelligent people. Dude got fucking fried from MK Ultra. That was an Only Up quote. Is it really? I've never actually even listened to what that character says in Only Up. Thanks to the resub Elite Martin in the Prime jackpot. Thanks to Prime, 1 second. What are your thoughts on lab-grown meat? I've talked about that a lot. I think lab-grown meat has incredible potential for the future, but I'm not trying it till at least like a couple of years. I don't want to take any chances with it. I have no doubt once it's perfected, it's going to be a net positive for the whole world, but I'm not going to be a guinea pig. I'll wait till it's like actually perfected. Thanks, resub Valkyrie. I think lab-grown meat is bad because it takes way more energy to create than it does to birth a cow. Haven't looked into like the energy of current agriculture spin versus lab-grown meat, but I'm gonna wager a guess that the current agricultural industry is probably 10x worse than lab-growing meat once they get that process refined. Thanks, resub Sapphire. Yeah, but what are we gonna do with all the grass? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Their farts are destroying the ozone. Talking about the methane. I think the biggest thing with the agricultural industry, and I'm just going off memory, this could be wrong. I think the biggest thing is the deforestation. Like, since it's just ever growing and increasing, it's more and more deforestation in order to make more and more room for the agricultural industry to continue to grow. And I think that's the biggest net loss to the whole planet that has the biggest effect. So I don't even think it's about the methane or anything like that. I think it's literally the deforestation being the biggest thing that keeps fucking the rest of the world. The Corn Belt produces more O2 than the Amazon rainforest. Fuck, I've never heard the term Corn Belt. Where are you getting that from? We'll look that up because that sounds very interesting. A 2014 study showed that the U.S. Corn Belt is one of the biggest primary producers on Earth in July, but didn't show that it produces more oxygen than Amazon. This is the actual study itself. Here. These are resub cricket. It's Nebraska to Ohio for the Corn Belt. Sounds about right. Most of the oxygen comes from oceans anyway. Yeah, like algae, right? Isn't algae like the biggest producer? Thanks to the bits, Tabby. I don't know about that one, Tabby. Thanks to the resub, sad boy. Did you know that the Amazon rainforest is man-made forest? It was more of an accident because the people that lived there died the diseases. No, and I don't feel like fact-checking it. I'll just take you at your word. Thanks to the resub, Luke. Yeah, Crab Champions was a fun game. The Smithsonian put out a good article on the Corn Belt and NASA did a video on it. I've just never even heard that term before. Sounds interesting, though. No, I never finished Velma. You know what I am finishing, though, is The Idol. And The Idol is much worse than Velma. Well, okay, I won't go that far. The Idol is very bad, too. The Idol's only 5 episodes, though. I know, thank God for that. What's The Idol about? It's literally... The show has one interesting character, and that's Lily Rose Depp's character. But for some reason, they refuse to focus on her. It's mainly The Weeknd being a fucking weirdo. Yeah, spread that tight little pussy for me. Yeah, now my cock's in your mouth. Oh, you're choking on it. Yeah, now you're choking on it. Like, that's half of the fucking show. And for some reason, the director very openly just has the show as just fetish material for himself. There is not a single goddamn scene in that show where Lily Rose Depp does not have her titties out. Even when she's in public, she still is wearing basically a see-through top with no bra. Even in public in the show. There is no scene in that entire show where Lily Rose Depp has her tits covered. It is actually just softcore porn that the director made, and The Weeknd is a creepy weirdo in. There's just nothing to it. Thanks a bit, Shane. Alright, I'll get into it real quick. I was going to do another video on The Idol, but I'm just going to wait till it's done. Episode 3 got so fucking unhinged. So, spoilers, I don't think anyone gives a fuck. No one's really watching the show. I don't think anyone cares. The Idol episode 3. It's once again just fetish material for the director to jerk off to. But at the very end, they're having like this dinner. And The Weeknd's there with his whole crew. Lily Rose Depp is there with a couple of her friends. And one of Lily Rose Depp's friends pitches that she should make a picture with cum on her face, her album cover. Which is like, oh, that's goofy. And she's like, no, I kind of want to be taken seriously. And he's like, why? Just use this picture of cum on your face for your album cover. It's provocative. You'll be a real bad girl. This is good for us. This is good for everybody. And she's like, no, I really want to be taken seriously. So then The Weeknd's like, But why? And then he gets like really deep. I won't bore you with most of the details. Eventually it culminates with her revealing that her mother, who has died, was abusive and used to beat her with a hairbrush to keep her in line and to keep her making hit songs. And she's in a bit of like a creative rut. So The Weeknd's like, so do you think your mom beating you with that hairbrush led to your great art? And she's like, yeah, I think in some way. And she's fucking crying her eyes out now. And he's like, do you think it was worth it because the songs were so good? And she's like, yeah, well, I guess. So then he goes, I shit you not, do you still have that hairbrush? So she goes and gets the hairbrush. And the episode ends with him beating the fuck out of her with the hairbrush. She's crying and wailing. And then she eventually says thanks. It's diabolical. He turns the trauma into like a sexual fetish thing for himself and convinces her that it's good for her artistic process. And then she says thanks. It's fucking crazy. Was he beating her or was it sexual? Sexual for him, not so much for her. She was legitimately crying her fucking eyes out, screaming and wailing. Because he even says, like, get ready, I'm going to hurt you. And then just starts beating her with the hairbrush, making her relive the childhood trauma that her mom put her through. But for him, it's like a sexual thing. It seems, because he's just a fucking weirdo. No, it's crazy. Someone put this in the chat, and I think this is an interesting talking point. Do you think that's some Illuminati shit and he's trying to tell people that's what they do? The whole message of the show, I believe at one point, was supposed to be the mistreatment of idols in Hollywood and like these parasites that prey on them and fuck them up. Like, I think that's the talking point it wanted to deliver. But during production, they fired the original visionary behind it, and The Weeknd took over. It wasn't just The Weeknd. They replaced her. They then went in a different direction. I think they said they didn't want it to be too much of a female perspective or something. I can't quite remember the quote. And they took that message and they turned it into, here's just actual softcore porn and fetish shit, and that's it. Because there's no deeper message so far. There isn't. He's a cult leader, and it's literally only the sexual aspects of the cult, and that's it. There's no bigger statements yet. It's actually just a softcore porn production that the director and The Weeknd have made for themselves to jerk off to. It's so weird. I don't know what they were thinking with it. But there are moments that are fun bad. Like I said in my first video about it, there are moments in that show that are fun bad. Everything The Weeknd says and does is unintentionally the most unhinged comedy ever. For example, in episode 3, he's picking out her clothes for her. He's supposed to be like controlling every aspect of her life because he's a manipulative cult leader, sex savant. He's picking out her clothes. And there's a guy, one of the workers there, is showing some clothes and he's like, this would look pretty good if you want to try this. The Weeknd goes up to him, he's like, look at her again. Fucking look at her again. Fucking look at her again. I saw you. If you fucking look at her again, I'll drag your ass down Rodeo Drive and fucking curb stomp you. Look at her again. And like, that's his energy. But it doesn't work well because it's so over the top goofy. Like, absurdly goofy. These are the bits, Gus. How is his acting? So a lot of people criticize his acting. I will say it's not great, but it's not as bad as everyone's saying. I think he learned from like YouTuber acting tutorials. Because everything he does is so big. It's so over the top. This motherfucker wears a trench coat like The Undertaker. Like, everything he does is on the nose and grand. Like, he doesn't just deliver a line. He lives the line. So it's so campy. But I wouldn't even say that it's, like, bad acting. It's just so dramatic. All the time. Thanks, Arisa Lost Kids. You forgot the jerk-off scene. Oh yeah, and that same scene I was talking about where he's like, look at her again. Fucking look at her again. He eventually raw dogs her in the dressing room in front of everyone in the store, mind you. And then he's about to come and she's like, no, don't come inside me. No, don't come inside me. So she like pulls up her panties and walks away and he's like, now what? She's like, you'll figure it out. So then he jerks himself off and he's like, oh! Ah! In the dressing room as he's like coming. It's a crazy show. Thanks, Larissa Bet. I don't know why The Weeknd even agreed to do this, man. This is like a reputational ruiner. It's so cringe. Maybe pseudo. Interesting idea, though. You forgot him eating her out in the backseat. That's just more of what I was saying, like it's all just a fetish for the director. On the way to the store in a convertible, The Weeknd is just eating out Lily Rose Depp in the backseat. And then, like, in front of paparazzi. Well, no, he finishes eating her out once the paparazzi gets there, that he called. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. It's so stupid. He probably just sees it as his way into acting. I mean, this is a big show, or it was hyped up to be a big show. It's flopping because it's not very good. But I have no doubt that he really thought this was his acting break. Like, this was his big ticket into acting. Thanks to the gift sub cannon. I feel bad for Lily Rose Depp. I don't know who convinced her to take this role, but I really think they just killed her whole career with this one. I don't know how you bounce back from this one. The Weeknd still got music to fall back on. She's got just acting. And this is a huge blemish. Her parents are rich, she'll be fine. Yeah, true. True. She'll probably still land roles. The show is also littered with his music to talk about jerking himself off. Oh yeah, by the way, after he beats her with the hairbrush to relive her childhood trauma that her mom inflicted on her, the episode ends with a Weeknd song playing. It's so goofy. It's so fucking tragic. Yeah, he plays his own music throughout the entire show. Yeah, episode 4. It didn't come out yet, did it? I can't remember. Let me check. Yeah, episode 4 came out this Sunday, and episode 5's next Sunday. I haven't seen episode 4 yet. Probably end up watching that tomorrow or Friday. I saw a clip from it, though. I already know what to expect. I already knew this was coming. She made a remix to one of the songs, well, her only new song in the show. And since she was, like, in love with The Weeknd, she starts rubbing an ice cube on her pussy and shit, and then she's, like, moaning into the mic to try and make it really sexual. So I saw a clip from episode 4 where in order to replicate that in the studio, she just has The Weeknd basically fucking her in there, so she's moaning on the track. Or something like that, I'm pretty sure. It's fucking nuts. Show's crazy. In, like, the weirdest way. That's not true. I saw the clip on Twitter. What do you mean? It's him, like, rubbing up and grinding on her and, like, dry humping her while she's going, ah, 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 on the track. You're absolutely lying. She didn't do that. Is that clip not real? You know what? Here, I'm going to scrub through it just to prove you wrong real quick. Or prove them wrong, I guess. Let's see. Because that is the song in the, I'm looking at it right now. I am literally watching it right now. Why are you telling me it's wrong? I am literally watching this happen. He is grinding on her. He is currently grabbing her ass. Now he's dry thrusting a little bit. What are you talking about? I am literally watching it. Like, it's not like he's, like, raw dogging or anything. But yeah, no, that was the scene. I'm watching it again. This... Wait, why is there more scenes of this? They're doing it again. This one's much more egregious. Now he's fingering her. As she's singing the track. What the fuck are you Why are you telling me I'm wrong? I'm literally watching it. Oh my god. This is so much worse than the first Twitter clip. She's also blindfolded, by the way. Like, it's a game of pin the tail on the donkey. And not only that, not only is this for the track, she is singing it in front of all of her friends. And people that she considers family. Now he's grabbing her titty. Like, through the dress. In front of the record label, who's all getting uncomfortable. I can't believe you were telling me I'm wrong. I am actually watching this now. It is always so shameful. You just come in here and fucking tell lies. Now you made me have to go and spoil this for myself. Now I won't get to experience that for the first time again. Which one of you said that? What was your name again? You just ruined that for me now. Have you seen the virtual Mars experiment? No, not yet. Jay talked about it a minute ago. Show the clip? Yeah, I'll just get banned instantly. Legitimately so quick. True, Tabby. Thanks for your sub, Cameron and Senpai. The resub Greg. Yeah, Tiana's playing more Persona 5. No, I haven't seen the new Only Up record yet. I know Distortion just got it, though. You see all the items being put up for charity? No. Did Connor show what my item was for the charity auction yet or no? I don't want to spoil it if he hasn't yet. He did? The Yu-Gi-Oh card? Okay, cool. Yeah, he did. That's a hype card. Thanks to gift sub, Aki. This is Starlight Ghost Mourner. It was a card I pulled during our biggest Yu-Gi-Oh unboxing stream, so it's a card that has some real meaning to me. I thought it'd be a cool one for the charity auction. Because even just on its own, it's just a cool piece regardless. Things are the prime plates. Can we have more box openings? We got the fucking MTG Lord of the Rings boxes. We got a few of them. So we'll do those at some point. The reason no one's pulled that $2 million card is because it's sitting in one of our boxes right now. Thanks, Risa Bayadin. And the resub Odyssey. I've seen Thanksgiving. It's a very popular one. What are you doing? You pull it? Hold it hostage. Demand a bigger ransom. Here. I did get like 2 boxes yesterday, and I pulled the non-one of one ring card, which was cool. Where's the fake that was going around? I'm trying to pull that up real quick. There was a really convincing fake from like a week ago that people were floating around for the One Ring. I can't find it now. You're going to be seeing a lot of those. Don't believe them unless it's in my hands. Then that's the real one. You'll know for sure. There's a Prime Bavid and the resub Zorse. You gonna rip it up on stream? No, we're holding it ransom. So we'll give like a time frame. Like $2 million bounty on it's cool, but we'll hold it ransom for probably like 5+. If it doesn't reach that, we're probably just gonna light it on fire. Just like in Lord of the Rings, when Samwise Gamgee saves the whole goddamn Middle Earth by tossing it into the volcano. He's a Prime Jack. And Tier 1 real. Oh no, I would love to pull that fucking card for sure. It's just there's no shot. We're not stupid enough to think we're actually going to be the person or the people that pull the 1 of 1. It's a Tier 1 Merlin. It's just not happening. The odds are so astronomically against you. It's about the same odds as winning the Powerball, I bet. That's what I said. I don't think the One Ring's even going to be put into any of the boxes for another few months. I don't think there's a single chance Wizards passes up the opportunity to sell a fucking ton of these boxes by just waiting to put the One Ring in there. Because the second the One Ring gets found, the amount of box sales goes down so drastically. So like I said, I don't think it's even going to be put in circulation for a few months. But we'll still do it just for the sake of being part of the crew, part of the ship. Just as a, what if. Thanks for your sub, Tony. As crazy as it sounds, the Powerball is still probably much more unlikely to win. Well, yeah, brother, yeah, that makes sense. I imagine it probably is. You see they're making an Among Us cartoon? I'm surprised it took them this long. Didn't see they're doing that, but I'm surprised it took them that long. Thanks to the Prime Hosky. You played more Final Fantasy 16? Yeah. I'm... Fuck, what is the name of that place? The one that had Drake's Breath? What the fuck is the name of that place? I just finished Drake's Breath. What the... I can't even remember the name of that spot now. Thanks, Resub Green. Was it the Iron Kingdom? Yeah, I think it was the Iron Kingdom. Because that's where... Well, I don't want to spoil anything, I guess. You gonna do the Only Up challenge with Lud? Yeah, I'm down. I went full Azura's Wrath. Yeah, but it's so good, I know. It's so fucking good. I just wish... You probably have the same complaint. And I feel like people aren't going to like it when I eventually make a moist meter on it, but it's the fucking truth and it's time to face it now. The game's level design is non-existent. Every single fucking level in that game is horrible. It is literally hold forward, you maybe get 2 mobs to fight, and then another cutscene, and it's just rinse and repeat every single time. There is no exploration. The open world is so fucking dead and empty and boring. All the side quests I've done so far are trash. But the game, overall, I still think is really fun. And I also don't like the complete absence of RPG elements, really. Final Fantasy 16. Side quests get way better. I hope so. But yeah, overall, I think it's a really good game. I really like the story a lot so far. I'm very invested in the story. But I am so disappointed with, like, the levels. Final Fantasy's always been kind of linear. Well, not always. A lot of the games have been pretty linear, so I don't really mind that. But even then, in the linear games, it's not nearly as, like, empty or copy and paste as it is in this one. It is literally just, here's one mob, now hold forward again, here's another mob. Okay, now here's the cutscene. Now hold forward, here's another mob. Like, there's just nothing to explore or really do in any of the levels. I guess because the focus is all on the combat, which is fine because the combat's great. I just wish there was more opportunities to use it. Like I said, it's literally like maybe 1 or 2 mobs before another cutscene. Like, it's just cutscene to cutscene, which is fine because the narrative's so good. But like, I don't really get a chance to get crazy with the combat, unless I just run around the open world killing like wild chocobos and fucking Venus flytraps. Have you done the hunts? I've only done one hunt. Notorious target, or the notorious marks and all that. Yeah, I've only done one. There's a tier 1 Ginto in the prime region. The resub owl. The S rank hunts are sick. Well, that's cool then. Thanks to the Bits Anthology. Is Street Fighter 6 good? Yes, it's extraordinary. When we do bad game night again? I'm not sure. It hasn't been that long though, man. We just played that horny alien game like a week and a half ago or something. So it's not like it's been a while. It's just that Final Fantasy 16 came out. I've been speedrunning only up. So we've just had other shit going on. Thanks to the bits, Brock. No, I never watched that horror movie, Brock. When's the Golem speedrun? Once I'm done with Final Fantasy 16 and only up speedruns. Thanks for your sub, Gummy. You see the perfectly preserved 3,000-year-old sword found in a German grave. Now let me take a peek, though. Archaeologists find a 3,000-year-old sword so well preserved it almost still shines. Holy shit, this thing is cool. It's always so fascinating to me that primitive people made this shit. God damn. That's not the sword? Oh, this isn't the sword? Wait, what are you talking about? How is this not the sword? Seems like it is. What are you talking about? Primitive people were able to make cool stuff because TikTok didn't exist back then. Yeah, the second TikTok came, we stopped learning how to blacksmith. Fucking Zoomers. Some blacksmith probably worked on that thing for years. Yeah, you're probably right. I forged a katana once last year. I can tell you that shit is absolutely brutal. I don't know how, and that was with modern tools, like an angle grinder and shit. I don't know how anybody would make this back in the day. I really don't. You burned your arm. Yeah. Yeah. Had the fucking molten scales fly off of it and graft to my hand. You spend your entire life to hone this craft. Yeah, but even still, just like the tools at your disposal make it so hard to work with some shit like this. I feel like no matter how much time you spend on it, still getting something that, like, just look how symmetrical this looks. Like, this, it just seems so difficult to do. I don't know, man. It just blows my mind. Things at Prime, Zach. Aliens did it. Yeah, aliens made all of our swords. Thanks, Resub Carter. Thanks, Resub Infamous. Don't underestimate humans of history. They didn't have our modern power tools, but they still had ingenuity and skill. Yeah, and they also didn't have video games, though, fucking losers. So, whatever. I'm not that impressed by them. Kind of wasted their time. Thanks to Tier 1 Circa. Thanks to Tier 1 Heron. You see the guy carving the Colosseum? You talking about that dude who carved, or, yeah, I think it was the guy, carved him and his girlfriend's name into the Colosseum or whatever and got arrested? Yeah, I saw that. There's a Tier 1 teeth. And there's the resub Amish and Bernito. There's a better pic of the sword down in the article. Oh, this is like the full pic. Gee, this looks like some kind of goblin slaying sword. Like it glows green when goblins are nearby or whatever. The fuck was the name of the sword from Lord of the Rings? Was it the Goblin Cleaver? No, it wasn't. Definitely wasn't the Goblin Cleaver. What the fuck was that? The Elvish steel sword called? Oh, yeah, Sting. Literally the Skyrim glass sword. Yeah, kinda. That's really cool looking. That is a very cool sword. These are some foods. You see the time pyramid in Germany that's set to be finished in 3108? What is that? What is a time pyramid? Still sharp? Oh, no doubt. That still looks very sharp. Are those bones around it? Yeah, man. It's a grave. Absolutely they're bones. The guy's not still going to be alive in there. Hey, don't touch this. I spent so long on it. Thanks to Prime Blazing. The new Only Up skips are good. I've heard they're cool. Matt told me about one earlier today. Thanks a bit, Tori. No, I did not see that. Whew. Whew. Alright. I'm going to call it an early night and try and fix the stream lag. So that way tomorrow we can get a nice sub 25 and Only Up speed runs. At least now we figured out what the issue is. So hopefully we'll have it fixed tomorrow. We'll do some runs. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. New subs. Welcome aboard. Sub means a lot. Thanks for subbing. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening. And thanks to the resub Chestnut and Ostrich. Here, I'll throw you to... Let me see who's on. Who haven't I thrown you to in a while? Here, I don't think I've thrown you to Cannoli in a while. I'll toss you over there.